a Soviet. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen, an airplane that was one of the first combat fighters in place to feature an afterburner. Demonstration by Bill Culberson, and this, the MiG-17 FRESSCO. And weaknesses of this capable foreign jet fighter. And as part of this top secret classified program, we brought our finest pilots to fight against the MiG. They all lost their first engagement. The program, however, ultimately successful as we learned to fight against the MiG, and it was indeed the MiG-17 that helped develop and create the need for the Fighter Weapons School for the United States Navy. You'll know it best as Top Gun. Inbound now, ladies and gentlemen, from World Air Arms across the globe, including that of North Korea, it's the Mikoyan Gorovich MiG-17 FRESSCO. This was the primary enemy aircraft that went toe-to-toe with American fighters in Vietnam. Going up against the F-100, the F-105, the A-7, the F-8, the A-4, the F-4, and even the B-52. Its Klimov, the VK-1F engine, generates about 6,500 pounds of thrust, but with that afterburner, gave it an additional 1,000 pounds of thrust available. As the MiG-17 repositions to our right, you can see that iconic 45-degree angle of wing sweep and that silhouette that brought a great deal of trepidation early on to our American aviators in the skies of Southeast Asia. It was the efforts of top-secret programs like Operation Have Drill to reverse engineer and understand these aircraft that helped save American lives. Because of our knowledge and understanding of these jets, our kill ratio in Vietnam increased from 2 to 1 to some 14 to 1. Up until the introduction of the 16 Fighting Falcon, the MiG-17 was the tightest turning fighter jet anywhere in the world. Let's watch from the up for the minimum radius.
Ow. Bam. Bam. Yeah.
This was a fighter that could prove to be deadly if not respected by pilots with superior training and tactics. The MiG-17 carried some of the largest guns ever to be implemented in air-to-air combat, including two 23mm positions high above us. How about a very nice round of applause for Bill Culberson and the MiG-17?
Yeah. Look at the tour from the bay.
That after-generation design, the MiG-17 FRESSCO, one of the first airplanes any place to feature an afterburner.
Bam.
The afterburner operates in a way that is fairly simple. Stage of the exhaust. It gave the MiG-17 and gave it a significant kick in the pants. One of the downsides of burning that much fuel very rapidly is indeed that it burns a lot of gas very quickly. And once one of these MiGs got into a dogfight, they only had a very limited amount of time before they had to bug out RTB or perhaps even eject due to the fact that the drop tanks that they would carry for extended range would often be jettisoned, allowing for tighter turning performance, especially against aircraft like the McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom. This airplane is a subsonic aircraft, meaning it was not capable of the speed of sound. However, it wasn't in a shallow dive. Watch for this climb as Bill Culberson takes it into the vertical. It climbs up to about 7,000 feet above us for the vertical roll. You can see that after
It will be raining.
Right as well.
Later.
As he reaches the top of our aerobatic airspace. He will continue to climb up to altitude, and in just a moment, we're about to see this MiG-17 go about as fast as it can as Bill sets up for a low-altitude, high-speed pass down the beach. This airplane, as I had mentioned to you, a little sub-pass. And with all that speed as well, he's cooking. Coming by on that pass at some 650 miles an hour. Talk about trucking across the ground in a hurry. Let's put our hands together for Bill Culberson and the MiG-17. Bill and his friends at Fighter Jets Incorporated want to thank their sponsors, to include that of Red Star Aero Services, Ball Ranch, 45 North Aviation.